After my layoff, I applied like crazy every single day, all day, to every single job that I thought I could do. I tracked them all. I tailored each and every single resume, and I still got rejected over 100 times. If you're over 35 and burned out and wondering what's wrong with your job search, this chat is for you. Today, I'm sharing the mindset shift that helped me 15x my interview rate and actually start to see some traction. It's not as complicated as you may think, and it took one specific change to turn this whole thing around. And I'll tell you exactly what that was in about 4-ish minutes. So when I first started my job search after the initial shock of my layoff wore off, I felt motivated, right? I thought to myself, like,
I'll get a job in a few weeks, maybe a couple months max. I've got the skills and experience that these companies want and need, so it shouldn't take that long.
And needless to say, friend, your girl was wrong, okay? In the beginning of that search, I heard nothing but silence. No callbacks, no interviews barely, just straight up rejection. And that was on a good day. And on bad days, well, I got ghosted, and I got ghosted a lot. Like, these companies didn't even respond to me at all after I submitted my application. It was bad. And I'm really type A, and I'm pretty sure a couple of other people out there are extremely type A. So of course I tracked all of my applications and made sure that I had my ducks in order. And over time, I eventually had over 100 of those applications. And during that time frame, I only landed 2 interviews. And I only landed those interviews because of people that I knew that worked at those companies. And during this time, like, I felt like I was shouting into the void. I was just screaming into the darkness all alone. And what's worse is that I was starting to believe that I wasn't good enough to land another job, that I was just gonna be stuck in this spinning wheel of unemployment forever. And that's what burnout does, right? Like, it doesn't just exhaust you, but it makes you feel like you're less than and you're not good enough. It also makes you start to doubt all of the hard work that you've put in over the years as a professional, and that hard work that you put in isn't good enough for anything ever again. But you know in your heart of hearts that you're a really dope professional. Like, you've really built a reputation for yourself that deserves to shine bright out here in this corporate world, right? So what was the mindset that set me back? Well, I was stuck in this spray and pray mode, which doesn't work at all whatsoever. I tested it. It is not tried and true. I was literally applying to everything that I thought I could do, which was not the most strategic thing in the world. Like, I was in the process of throwing spaghetti at the wall to see if it stuck, and nothing was sticking. And back then in my job search, I believed that more effort meant more return on my investment, right? But this job market, friend, it humbled me so quick. Like, the spray and pray method, it does not work at all. Like, trust me when I say it. And I know folks will tell you,
Don't take rejection personally, it's not you, blah, blah, blah.
but after a while, like, getting rejected over and over again starts to weigh on you. And honestly, getting rejected like that over and over again unlocked a fear in me that I didn't know I had. And that fear was that I was never gonna be employed ever again. That particular mindset kept me in survival mode, right? Like, I was doing everything that I could to stay afloat. And to be honest with you, like, survival mode doesn't get you the results that you're looking for, right? Honestly, it kind of burns you the hell out. So I had to take a step back and be real with myself for a second. And this is actually the thing that snapped me out of it. And honestly, this is probably the most important thing that I want you to walk away from this chat with. Your job search is not a numbers game, okay? It's a strategy game. What's the thing that people say? You gotta play chess, not checkers. So I started getting more methodical about how I was applying to jobs. That's when I decided to stop all of my applications, right? And really think hard about what it was that I wanted to do with my career and focus on that thing. Because what I was doing clearly wasn't working. It was more frustrating than anything, honestly. Sometimes it's best to just hit the pause button on everything, right? And when I did that, I took a step back and really thought hard about what it is that I want to do and how I should be applying to that particular position or role that I was interested in. So what I did was I took my resume, I plugged it into ChatGPT, Claude, and I think one other tool, I think it was Gemini, and I had it analyze it for me based on like my experience. Can you help me figure out what job I should actually be doing, what job I should be focusing on based on the skills that I have annotated throughout my resume? And for me, that was product marketing. So once I found out that product marketing was the role that I should be focusing on, I started really getting focused on that particular niche and applying in that niche role. And for me, like, this was bigger than hustle, right? Like, this was bigger than me landing any old job that I can get my hands on. Because if that was the case, I would have kept doing what I was doing. This was about getting super clear about what I wanted to do with my career and the direction that I wanted my career to head in. Now, let me tell you what I did differently this time around. I stopped applying to everything. At the beginning of my job search, it took me 4 months to find a job after I was laid off. The first 2 months I was applying to everything, and that wasn't getting me anywhere. Then I got really specific. I picked product marketing because that was the suggestion to me after I got laid off. And I got really focused on applying to product marketing roles within the industries that I was familiar with and just went full throttle on applying to that role. Then I used AI to personalize. And I know to some folks, AI and personalization sounds like a complete oxymoron, right? But these AI tools were able to help me tailor my resume to each and every single product marketing role that I was applying to. I also asked for feedback from my friends, my peers, AI, literally everybody. I was asking, please be honest with me. And then I started networking out of curiosity and not out of desperation. I started connecting with other product marketers on LinkedIn and really digging in with them and asking key questions about what their day-to-day was like, how their roles made them feel, how they impacted the companies that they worked for, and not necessarily on, hey, fellow product marketer, do you have a job that you can refer me to? Can you get me in your company? That gives desperate, but when you come out of a space where you really want to know what people have going on, you start to build a relationship with them and a rapport, and they would be more willing to help you in the end. And before I knew it, like in the second half of my job search, I had landed 38 first round interviews. And that's pretty crazy. I was busy during that time, okay? So what I can say is that that mindset shift made all the difference for me in my job search. All right, friend, I get it. Right? You're burnt the hell out and you're probably thinking that you don't know what else to do. But here's what you should do. Not just for your strategy, but also for your mental health. Take a freaking break. Take a break. Even if it's just for a few days, but take as much time that you need to take a step back and really reevaluate what you want out of your career. I personally took a week off to take a step back and really reevaluate what I wanted to do, but not only do like strategic brainstorming on what I want to do with my career, but to also relax, right? Like, burnout is real, stress is real. You can't show up for your family and friends if you're not your whole self. So I had to take that time for me in order to get me back on track and really motivated to continue on with this job search. And you can do the same, right? Like, take that time to reevaluate yourself and your strategy, right? Like, are you just applying, or are you aligning your goals, your morals with these jobs that you're applying to? And ask yourself, like, what is it that you really want to do next? Like, what is it that fuels your fire? And not necessarily what can you tolerate for a 9 to 5. What's not going to get on your nerves every single day, but might get on your nerves, but you're just here for a check. And most importantly, don't let rejection define you. Rejection is just redirection, right? You are talented, you're qualified, you are deserving of the job that you want. You're just not visible. You're not positioning yourself correctly yet, but you will. And if you're burned out from 100+ rejections or even 1,000 rejections, remember that you are not alone. Check out this video here where I talk about my own rejection story and what I did to get hired out here. Also, drop a comment below to tell me about what part of the job search has hit you the hardest. Like, I would love to hear your stories and also commiserate over those stories as well, because I've been there. Also, download my free AI job search checklist that's linked in the description below. It'll help you kick off your job search with AI. And as always, thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.